We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Jack and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steve and Jack Putella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today, Jill and I talk about how to use the Land Academy online community in real time.
You know, this is so good. This is one of those things that we always tell our community, you ask, we listen. And like day one almost of launching Land Academy way back in 2015. Wow, it's been that long.
Yeah.
We have how many years of this?
Well, it's going to be 8, yeah.
8 years of making millionaires. How's that? I'm just going to say it. 8 years of making millionaires. That's easy. So, but 20 to 30 years of us doing it on our own.
Yep.
You talk about valuable experience. I haven't said this in a while, but man, I wish I had us when I was starting out. So anyway, but the one of the first things that came out of our folks was how can we communicate with you? I'm like, yeah, you're right. We do need to do that. And so we started an online community. It had a different name than it is now. It was fun. That was Success Plant back then. It was really cool. And then it morphed into Land Investors. And now we still have that. But now it's gone into this Discord environment, which is blowing me away.
Me too. I mean, I'll tell you, we offer value-added products in Land Academy all the time.
Yep.
Jill's got all kinds of products lined up for 2023.
Yep.
And an online community, especially in this Discord format, was a really good idea. In fact, that's what we're going to talk about today. So before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. Before we get into that, though, I hope you know by now, and this is another example, I guess, of a product that we created that everybody loves.
Yep.
Jill and I created a full-blown commercial printing company created solely to help you get inexpensive direct mail offers in the hands of sellers quickly. It's called Offers to Owners. We set this company up several years ago to share it with members and non-members, and it's nothing more than how we used to do our own mailers. Mm-hmm. We just made it pretty and offered it to our membership community. Yeah. Fast forward to today, we do between 700 and 900,000 offers per month on behalf of members and non-members. Everything from pulling and scrubbing and collecting comps, just actually literally doing the mailer for you. Mm-hmm. Check it out. Offers, the number 2, owners.com.
Titus wrote, "Good morning, Discord family. Hope your Thanksgiving was fun and relaxing. Quick question. Is anyone else having issues with sorting data from Redfin's housing market data website by zip code? I don't see zip codes in the region type or region fields. Any thoughts? Anybody else having this issue?"
So I put this in here. This is a fantastic use of our online community, specifically Discord. So he's in there pulling data and pulling comps, as we ask everyone to do in the Land Academy education, and something's going wrong with Redfin. So Redfin, their data center specifically, is amazing. I cannot believe how much real-time data they provide for people like us to make good decisions about where to send mail and whether or not, and just if you know the program, you know how we use Redfin's data center. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, it's awesome. It's web enabled and it breaks often. And so I very often go into Redfin when I'm doing my own mailers. It's not working right. I have to wait a couple hours, maybe do it the next day. And so I included this in this format. I can't include all the responses, but there were several people in there who said, yeah, I'm having the same problem today with it. I talked to customer service. They're aware of the situation. And it's going to be back up, fill in the blank.
Yeah.
This is a great use of...
This happens.
It's a great use of Discord.
Nuts. You're not nuts. It's not perfect, and that's okay.
That's my point.
Yeah. I love it because it makes me think, yay, we're not alone.
Yeah.
Think about their tech team, what goes on with them. Like I've said this before, every time I go on American Express, I get a 404 error. I'm like, yes, somebody else has problems sometimes. That's okay. Just be patient. So.
I mean, the real point here is that now Titus is not alone. He's like, oh yeah, everybody else is saying they're having problems with it today too.
And you got a quick answer.
Today's topic, how to use the Land Academy online community in real time. This is why you're listening.
Just like Titus.
We just used it. Boy, what else goes on in Discord? I'll tell you what. There's subsections. Here's some of the subsections and their success stories.
Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah.
People celebrate their wins.
Yeah.
There's a rant section where you can just really blow off some steam about anything, really. I love the rant section.
I can't believe the county told me X
Yeah.
and they were wrong.
Or
that happens.
Here's a note that the seller sent back, about how they feel about my offer.
Right. You know what I loved? I loved the other day that a couple shared with us on these offers that go out. They call the first wave that you call the hate. They call that the qualifying. The qualifying day. We know we did it right because we're getting the hate. And so that qualifies how we send out our offers. I'm like, brilliant. That was brilliant.
No, that's Jillifying it.
Well, that's true. Thank you. So it depends on how you look at it.
Not everything can be soft and cute.
Yeah, the last thing you want is everybody calling you back and they love you and everybody wants to sign it and they can't wait to sell you. Like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I clearly overpriced all these.
Exactly.
Something's wrong. It's good.
Another few sections in there are deal funding. And would you do this deal? And so
that's huge.
Would you do this deal is a place where people can go and put their deals, their transactions that they've received back from the mail. And one, ask people if they think it's a good deal, the way it's priced. And two, request funding.
Yep.
And anytime anybody ever requests funding,
if it's a good deal,
there's a ton of people that are saying, I'm happy to do this deal.
Will get snatched up fast.
That's worth the price of admission.
True.
That one subsection in Discord, I'm telling you, just very straightforward.
Yeah.
It is a place. Land Academy Discord is a place where you put your deals in and get funded.
Yeah. I know people
immediately.
I had people tell me when they came to Land Academy, like, I can't believe it's so cheap. I'm like, thanks. They're like, I know a guy who pays $500 a month just for the opportunity to look at some deals. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what? We do that every day, all day long. Like, that's crazy. So.
There are a few other categories, and there's a whole section in there for career path alumni. Mm-hmm. So, Discord is a product that I'm proud of, and it's really, really worked out. And we have a content suggestions section in there where a lot of these topics that we talk about come from.
Well, what's nice too, our staff uses it to post workarounds, like every now and then. If you're pulling your own data and you're not using Concierge, now and then you have some, like this Redfin hiccup or a scraping tool hiccup. And my team will post workarounds for you in there to help everybody. Yep. And I love that. That's a great use of that space.
So finally, my final point here is if you want to check it out and you're not a member, just go to landinvestors.com. I embedded view only of real-time Discord and how we're all talking to each other in there for some of the sections, not all of them. It's really
it's cool.
And just you can play with it and look at it and go back in time and all of that. It's cool. It is cool.
Yeah.
It's informative as hell is what it is.
To see what everybody's really doing and really talking about.
You know what it does too is it validates all of this. People are in there talking about the deals that they're doing and some of the hiccups that they're finding, and it's an amazing way for me to get feedback, so that when I sit down and do Land Academy 4.0 next year, I'm going to incorporate some of the things that people are repetitively asking, so that it's super clear in the education.
Bottom line is, nowhere can you get the experience that we have, the number of transactions we have, and the community support. That's the biggest thing. Yep. I know a lot of people are like, I can figure all this out, but I need the support. I need help. I need real-time help, like you just said.
We're not here to sell anything. That's not what this podcast is for.
But it's just if you're thinking about it.
We're here to provide tools for everybody.
Yeah, if you're thinking about this and you need to know that I need to know where I'm going to get my questions answered because I know it's going to come up, then we got you. We got you covered. So, thank you. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy Show is called Why Land Ownership is Ideal to Fight Against Inflation in 2023. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Boy, I have a lot to say about this because land is if you read any economist's opinion or any billionaire's opinion, what do they say right now? Buy land.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say there's one downside to Discord. You ready for it? you can get lost in there. You could like go out, you could just be like, come up for air 2 hours later. So that's my only warning, budget your time.
Discord is
There's so much in there.
for us to use a closed Discord community was an overnight success.
Yeah.
We set it all up. We connected it to our site and all the other stuff that we do. And then I woke up the next day and there are like 28 entries in there. Yeah. And people were immediately asking questions and other people. We didn't even set up formal moderators or people to answer questions on our staff at all. We have that now. Mm-hmm. But everybody it's like, yeah, what do you think about Arkansas? What do you think about this? It's just a natural extension of what we do every day.
It's just easier to use too. Like we had a closed environment. We still do on our landinvestors.com website, but it's not an app like this where you can just really rip through it. It's awesome. Hey, thanks for tuning in. By the way, Jack and I are very aware then that everyone has $100,000 lying around to buy land, like we talked about here, where you can get funding. So we fund many Land Academy members and non-members deals every week. So if you're a Land Academy member, probably pop it in Discord, or you could send it directly to me, whether or not you're a member, via landfunding.com. Not only myself, but our membership community as a whole has somewhere between 50 and 100 million bucks set aside to help fund other people's deals. If you want to find out more, just send a note to my team via support@landacademy.com.
We are Jack and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.